Draymond scoring 37, Clay with 35, I believe, and no one else had more than 10. Did you think there was an offensive imbalance there? What was going on with some of the other players on your team? Was it a little tentative maybe offensively?
I didn't think we moved the ball like we normally do, especially in the first half. We were in a rush. Shots are going to go in or they're not. But sometimes when there's a rhythm to the game and the ball's moving, shots are more likely to go in. So I just thought we had too many quick shots early in the game, never really got into our offensive flow.
Steve, Ron Krychek from the San Francisco Chronicle. What about defense? I mean, that's the most points obviously you guys have allowed. Is that them just shooting well, or how much of it is your defense?
I thought our defense was pretty good to start the game, but we couldn't get a loose ball or a rebound to save our lives, and so we were forcing a lot of misses. But it didn't matter. We weren't completing the possessions, and then we kept fouling them. I mean, that was really the difference in the game until the fourth quarter was the free throw disparity, and we were fouling jump shooters. We were committing silly fouls, and I think through three quarters, we were down like 12, 13 points at the end of the third, and we had been outscored from the free throw line by 14 or something like that. So, we weren't sharp. We didn't play very well at either end.
Speaking of a foul, you look like you're getting pretty vocal on the sideline there with the officials. Not trying to bait you into a fine here, but were you upset with the officiating in any way?
No, I thought it was excellent.
Was it as excellent as you've seen it?
Yes, maybe even more so. We did not get beat because of any calls. We got beat because they outplayed us.
Damian Lillard with the Bay Area News Group. Steve, how much does Steph's absence change what you guys do off the bench as well in terms of?
Steph's absence changes the rotation. Obviously, we have to kind of mix and match a little bit more. We don't have the luxury of kind of staying with a set rotation. We have to read, what's going on and play different people based on what we see and what we need. So, but that's all right. We've got a lot of players who can play, and they've been ready to perform all year. We've had a lot of great seasons from different people on the bench, and they should all be ready to go.
Over here, Steve. Monty Poole, CSN Bay Area. For a while there, especially in the second half, it looked like your defensive rotations were kind of all over the place. What did you see specifically from your defense over the final three quarters?
Well, they made some tough shots. I mean, obviously Lillard made a lot of step-back threes, and we know they're going to make tough shots. Both he and McCollum, but I just didn't feel like we played with the desperation that's necessary to win a playoff game.
Steve, you didn't play Spates until the second half, didn't get his regular second quarter rotation. Could you explain what the thinking was there?
Everything we do, every substitution pattern or move we make is based on what we're seeing. So at that time, we just decided to do something different.
Over here again, Steve. Once again, you didn't get much out of Harrison. Is there anything you can say or do that kind of help him along a little bit here?
It's the way the game goes. Sometimes the ball goes in, sometimes it doesn't. So his shot didn't go tonight. We didn't get a lot of shots or a lot of made field goals from some guys who normally make them, and that happens. So the main thing is to just focus on the details that we can control, the defense and the rebounding and the loose balls, and just compete like crazy. And I thought we got outworked, and that's what we have to fix for Game 4. We got to work harder.
John Sepulveda, Oregon Public Broadcasting. Damian Lillard didn't make the All-Star team this year. Would you say he played like an All-Star today in what you've seen him the two times that the Blazers have beat you guys this season so far?
Let's see. Okay, so he had 40 points, 10 assists. Yeah, I would say he played like an All-Star.
Yeah, Steve, Phil Barber, Santa Rosa, Press Democrat here. if you guys had won that game, I think we'd all be asking you Draymond questions right now. What can you say about the way he kept you in the game, not just with his shooting, but, you know, the usual?
Yeah,
fire
Draymond
rate?
was terrific. He kept us in it. You know, he made 8 threes. That's not normal for Draymond to make that many threes, but no, he did a great job, and you know, we need more from the entire team, and it wasn't enough, but he did a good job.
Steve, back to Lillard. How difficult is he to stop when he gets it going?
Yeah, well, he's tough. I mean, he's you know, he's a lot like Steph in that he's got unlimited range, and he can shoot off the dribble and come off high screens and shoot step backs and that kind of stuff. So, you know, we know he's going to be a handful. He always is, and he played a great game.
When your offense stagnates, as you said it did tonight, and you talked about how, you know, you guys settled for very quick shots early, is that usually the cause for that stagnation, that all of a sudden you get a lot of guys who maybe not stand around, but they stop looking for what would be a normal shot for them?
I'm not sure I understand the question.
It's not surprising.
Yeah. Given that
Did
it
the
was
fact
your
that- yeah.
question, yeah.
Did the fact that you guys rushed so many shots early cause the rest of your offense to break down, where you got a lot from 2 guys and not much out of
Yes,
anybody else?
I think that's fair to say. The ball has to move for us, especially without Steph. But even with Steph, the ball has to move for us to really get a good rhythm. And so even though we had a couple of guys who scored a lot of points, we didn't get the flow and the rhythm that we needed to really play at a high level.